and welcome to my recap of episode 4 of The One That Got Away. This one culminates in a pool party, so we're gonna lead up to that and then, woo, excitement. And I have my special boy T here. T. There you go. Oh, there we go. So that's whose tail this is. It's not mine. So we left off after the Alyssa, Casey, Dylan fiasco. Dylan goes back to the guest house and he tells everybody what happened and how awkward it was. And yeah, he just kind of explains that he felt awkward. He didn't know what Alyssa wanted. It was kind of like he was just there. Do you have anything to say? Ashley and Taylor, please save me from Kyle. Ashley. She takes this new Taylor guy, who's very, very sweet, very nice, excuse me, to the hot tub. Is this another test, Ashley? Why, no. She's touching his scars because he had a pacemaker or something, and she's like touching on him, and then she ends up like kissing him, and it's just like, your excuses don't match. She just didn't like Kyle, like I said before, and that's okay. But just be honest about it. Don't villainize him for not doing anything just because you don't like him for whatever reason. Vince's new suitor Isabel meets Eureka at the guest house. Eureka's nice. It's hard. Everybody says it's hard to hate her. So, but they also kind of baby her in a little way, and I'm not quite sure why. It's like, oh, don't be mean to Eureka. Don't hurt her. Got to take care of her. So it's a little weird, and it starts in this episode, and I'm just wondering, like, what's up with that? Regarding the Casey and Alyssa fight, Casey confides in Nigel and tells him what Alyssa did. He's supportive of her. Alyssa is bitching to Jeff, and Jeff's just like, nah, that's not how it went down. We were all there. She said no, explicitly said no. She does not want you to go after Dylan, and she still did it anyway. So, nope. Vince goes on a date with Isabel, his hookup from the bar. They go lawn games, so like giant Jenga, chess, cornhole, stuff like that. So they play lawn games, and they have a decent date. It doesn't seem to connect as much as he and Eureka, but it goes well. I can't remember if they kiss, and so that tells you something. Now we're at the pool party. Casey pulls Dylan aside to hear his side of the story about the whole Alyssa fiasco, and he said how confused he was, how he was just going along with it, how he's sorry and he shouldn't have done it, etc. So Casey decides to give him a second chance and not to believe Alyssa's lies. Jeff and Anthony catch up and they share a little smooch. I really like them together. I like Anthony a lot, and I think he brings out kind of like a fun side of Jeff. Nigel. Alicia's upset that Nigel and her haven't connected since their first date, and they haven't had a chance to talk, and she feels like he's kind of blowing her off and kind of not really engaging with her very much or trying to get to know her anymore. So they're sitting in a group, Alicia and Sarah, Nigel's other suitor, and Nigel comes over and he pulls Sarah for a chat after telling Alicia that he didn't have time to talk to her. So Alicia's very upset, and she feels, like I said, brushed off, and so while she's over there upset, Nigel and Sarah go talking, and he actually ends things with Sarah because he can't get over the fact that she dated his current friend, and he thinks that's crossing a line that he doesn't really want to cross. And so in the end, it was nice for Alicia, but he brushed her off, and so it's like he needs to give her a little bit more reassurance. After Sarah gets dumped, Eureka, the other guest who's there for Vince, gets very, very upset because they were very close friends in the house. So she's sad that Sarah's leaving, and she ends up crying, and everybody's very sad that she's crying. And Kyle, Ashley's Kyle, is really close friends with Eureka, and he goes to comfort her. So they're off. She's crying. Kyle is comforting her. First of all, Vince, I feel like, should be comforting Eureka because they're dating. So in theory, he should be comforting her. But whatever, Kyle's doing it. Vince doesn't seem like this is a problem to him, that they have a close friendship. However, Ashley is pissed. So Ashley is very mad at Kyle, who she doesn't even like anyway. She's mad at Kyle for being friends with Eureka and comforting somebody who's crying. Okay, so Ashley's upset. Kyle and Eureka are over there. Then Anthony and Alicia and Claude and a couple of the other guests tried to tell Ashley that nothing is going on between Kyle and Eureka. They are just very good friends, so it's nothing to worry about. And Ashley is insistent that he should have told her that they were such good friends before anything happened. Friendship-wise, I guess. And so the guests are trying to calm Ashley down. Ashley's just getting more riled up because she feels talked over and ganged up on. They think she's being stubborn and not seeing their point of view, and trying to tell her it's okay, like there's nothing going on. Meanwhile, I'm sitting here like, girl doesn't even like him. Why do you care? Like, why do you give two shits that he's talking to Eureka? You don't even like him. You said, save me from Kyle. That's him. Just let him go. Makes me so mad. This legit, like, riled. Taylor, for his part, does try to rein Ashley in, even though he is trying to date her. He's trying to say, oh, I think it's fine. They didn't mean it that way. He's trying to calm her down. He's trying to, even though he knows she's not in the right, he's still trying to calm her down and kind of chill the situation out. After this goes down, Kyle and Eureka come back to the group, and Ashley pulls Kyle and dumps him. She dumps him because of Eureka, because he's friends with Eureka and he should have told her ahead of time. She said, this is from Ashley, she says, this is why I have problems. You speak over me. You don't let me talk. I'm sitting here like, what? Like, she's completely in the wrong here, in my opinion. Kyle says, can I explain? And she says, no, you've done enough talking. I think you need to leave. She says, you're not ready for a relationship. I'm sorry, you didn't hear anybody out, so I think it might be the other way around, sweetie. So Kyle is then saying bye to everybody in the house, and he's saying goodbye to Vince. And then Ashley walks out, and Kyle says to Vince, he says, Eureka's a good one. Don't let her go. You know, we were just friends, man to man. Don't mess this up with her. It's a good one. She really likes you. While he's telling Vince this, Ashley comes over like, why aren't you leaving? You should be here for me. You should be sad. You should be leaving. I mean, she didn't say that, but that was the attitude behind it. So Kyle senses this and he says, oh, don't worry. I'm leaving. And he starts walking, and she says, well, do you want me to walk you out? He says, no, I'm good. And he just leaves. And he goes, and Ashley's just like, how dare he just walk out? Then Claude, who's there with Jeff, says, she's such a bitch. And Ashley hears it. I mean, granted, Claude wasn't very subtle about it either. So Ashley hears it, and she gets upset. Again, Taylor, again, is trying to find a balance between Ashley and everyone else. Kyle says in his confessional, he says, my advice to Taylor, run. Ashley is not even a human being. She is not worth it. Run. So that got intense. Eureka, back at the pool party, is crying even more now because Kyle, her close friend, and Sarah, the one before that, both got booted. So now she's very upset, and now Vince is consoling her. Finally, get it together, dude. The episode ends with Taylor trying to defend shitty Ashley and her shitty actions, and it's shitty. Ashley is playing the victim because everybody ganged up on her because she didn't listen to anybody. She just got pissed out the gate, and Taylor tries to say something, and she says, no, don't be Kyle. Don't be Kyle. And he's just like, that is the way episode 4 ends. Everybody's pissed. Pool party. Woo! 2 people got booted. What's gonna happen next episode? The drama continues. Tell me your thoughts down below. I want to hear them. Who do you like? Who do you dislike? Who are your favorite couples or least favorite couples? Please like, subscribe, tap the notification bell, and I will see you next time.